Good evening, everyone, and welcome to One Marketplace in Seaforth. Tonight's going to be a special call. First, I would like to thank everybody that joined us on our previous call, which was strictly for Smart Shopper Pros. And, I really love that because there's something about doing something that's live and interactive between those in the field. So, really, for me, it was a great call. I really enjoyed it. I hope everybody else did. Now, for our corporate call tonight, this is pretty spectacular, too. Most of the call is going to be with my partner, Frederick, and Frederick's going to give you an unbelievable presentation about products. I know that's something everybody's been interested in, curious about what's going to happen, what's next, when are the products going to start being available, what kind of products are they going to be. So tonight you're going to get a really great presentation from Frederick. So tonight all I'm going to do is just give a kind of a very quick kind of a update on what's been going on and what you can expect next week. And then we'll jump right into Frederick's presentation. So quick updates. Number one, it's almost the end of the month. Remember, rank ups, that's happening right now. You've got the ability to jump up to 2 ranks based on activity by putting in Smart Shopper Pros. And what's going to happen, and I'm going to be talking about that next, is going to be very easy to do that moving forward. So again, if you really want to rank up, you got this short period of time to get it done in. Take advantage of it. And again, this is great because maybe you were going to get ready to hit, say, bronze or silver or gold, and now because of that, not only did you hit with the volume, but because of doing certain things, as far as adding Smart Shopper Pros, you can jump 2 ranks, two ranks. Now, what does that do for you? Well, it puts you in a whole different income bracket, right? Because the higher you go in the ranks, the more money you earn from all these pools. So again, it's available now. It's for a short period of time. Like you said, we're going to keep this going until the official launch of One Marketplace at the end of February. Yeah, tongue tie. Okay, next, and this is the best part. And this is the part that's going to make everybody's ability to build their business just so much easier, so simple, because guess what? We didn't think we were going to have it this fast, but next week, I'm not going to tell you what day yet, because again, I shared this with our IT people about there was going to be a couple of weeks off, and all of a sudden they've been able to get this done faster. So next week, sometime, you're going to have the 3 magic buttons. And what I mean by the 3 magic buttons is the fact that you can come into One Marketplace, not only one place of entry, right? You come in through One Marketplace and you'll choose Free Shopper, Smart Shopper, or Smart Shopper Pro. Now, if you choose Smart Shopper Pro, obviously that also puts you into Seaforth. And so now you have these 2 company streams, which is huge. I mean, that's one of the things that I think a lot of people, maybe after tonight's call with all the people who were Smart Shopper Pros, kind of get that idea of, look, if you're a Smart Shopper Pro, I mean, you're earning all the income in One Marketplace, but you're also earning the income streams from Seaforth. And the beauty of having both is that, remember, and this is really different, and this is important, is that in One Marketplace, it's all about community feel. Yeah, you get rewarded from people coming in from all over the world you have nothing to do with, that you don't motivate, train, or inspire, or do any of those things. And that's what, connective marketing is all about. But when you're over here in Seaforth, that's based on genealogies. So that means the work effort that you put in, people you bring in, they bring in, you're directly rewarded for that through Seaforth's compensation model. So why wouldn't you want both? Again, it's just 2 income streams. You earn money entirely different ways, but why wouldn't you want it for the price of 1 membership? And particularly now, because that's what we're going to be sharing next week too, we're going to have all these bundles that you can come in and join as a Smart Shopper Pro. And a couple of these bundles are going to save you more than you spend. So that's kind of cool when you can get into a business. And I'm talking about even the pro level. And we know it's Smart Shopper. Yeah, it's free. As a matter of fact, we're paying you to join as a Smart Shopper. But even as a pro, we can set these bundles up in such a way that it can actually literally save you more than you're spending for the products. And you still have the benefit of having 2 business models that you're earning income from. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we're in an unbelievable place right now in our company and where we're heading. We've spent millions and millions, and this is not an exaggeration, millions and millions of dollars developing this technology, and to be able to have this IT that we own completely in both these companies. And so you get to reap the benefit of that, because All you have to do to grow an unlimited income is just share this with people. Just share what we're doing here at One Marketplace. Seaforth comes along with it automatically when they take the Smart Shopper Pro version. Now, if they're just taking the Smart Shopper, that's fine too. But think how easy that is when we're paying people to join, paying people to shop, and then we've got all these products. And that leads me to what we're going to be talking about tonight. Okay. So, with that, I would like to introduce to you my partner, dear friend, Frederick Stahl von Holstein. And, before I turn it over to Frederick, I've got to say, for those of you that don't know him, maybe you're just joining the company now and you're new, Frederick is probably one of the kindest, nicest, and here's the most amazing, one of the most honest people. I don't know if I've ever met anybody in my life, in my entire life, that's more honest than what this guy is. I mean, he's the type of person when you get to know him, you would trust him with your life, you would trust him with your family, you trust him because he's just built that way. And I love having him as a partner because I never have to be looking over my shoulder. I've got a tremendous partner. And not only is he that, but he's also smart. And what he's bringing to the table right now when it comes to this product offerings is amazing. And he's loving it. I mean, he's kind of in his wheelhouse. Now, I will tell you this, if you're looking for excitement from his presentation, that's not Frederick. But if you're looking for content and what's coming, then boy, you're at the right place tonight. So with that, my dear friend, partner, Frederick, take it away.
My name is Frederick with a strange last name. My name is Frederick Stahl von Holstein, and I have something very important and very interesting to share with you. I've been away from these calls for quite some time. I've been working behind the scenes. I will explain a little bit more about that on the second slide of the presentation. But I always prepare a presentation when I do these calls. And I'm not gonna avoid doing that tonight. So I'm going to present something to you guys that I think that everyone has been waiting for. Welcome to the vendor strategy. I will present also what the vendor status is and something called Project One. And I have left a teaser after Project One, what that is, and that is uniting all of our products in one place. Let's go straight into the presentation, and let me start a little bit about an introduction about myself. If you don't know me, if you haven't seen me on these calls, I used to be the CEO of Seaforth. I have taken a step sideways to focus on something super, super important. But I'll come to that later. I've been the CEO of 9 fast-growing international companies. I have not worked in this industry particularly long. I have a career of building companies, of fixing things that are not working, and scaling. Those are the 3 things that I think that are the good things about my career. Mark Seaforth is my partner. He leads the troops also because he lives in the United States. I live in Europe. There's a 9-hour time difference between me and Mark. Mark has spent his entire career in network marketing. He knows the industry inside and out. And I think that we have taken a good decision that I should focus on something super important. So Mark, he leads the troops, he talks to the network, he coordinates everything, while I focus on something called Project One. And I think Project One, it's going to be so important for this company, and I will explain why in this presentation. Mark leads the troops also, while our technology team, we have a phenomenal technology team, builds the necessary infrastructure that will enable us to become a multinational company. Project One is related to point number 3. So I focus on new vendors and new products, and that's what this presentation is all about. What's our product vendor foundation, first and foremost? Well, it rests on us having and finding and negotiating with and signing agreements with solid suppliers. Those companies have solid products, and we are building solid relationships, valuable relationships for the future with new companies. Products are of high quality, they should have product relevance, and they should add value for our members. Guys, we are not chasing a hype. We're not after a quick buck. We're building vendor partnerships and we're building solid technology that is based on quality, added value, and compliance. Don't underestimate compliance and what that means in this particular industry in the long term. Short, we're building something that lasts. Let's touch upon our product strategy. As I mentioned before, we are not just chasing vendors, guys. We're building an intelligent, data-driven, that is very important, data-driven product ecosystem. What's the structure? Well, we are focusing on our core brands. These are brands that are developed in-house, owned by us. Those are flagship products. You already know the PFPP, you already know Acai Plus. These are products that are fully controlled by us. They are unique and they offer premier quality. Secondly, we focus and we are negotiating with partner brands, vendors also called. These are handpicked companies that extend our product reach and add real customer value. I'm talking about products like Voyager, Blaze, and Thrive, but we have many more in the pipe, and I will address that in this presentation. Three, we will be focusing on future private labels, and that will be based on sales data, and I'll come to that later. But via sales data, we will identify top performing categories or product categories in Seaforth and One Marketplace. And based on that information, we will develop Seaforth and One Marketplace owned alternatives over time. Let's go into some strategic goals that, and I'm always talking about products and vendors here. We will build depth in what works, and that will be based on two things: customer feedback and sales data. We will be focusing on premium quality, as I said before. We will be focusing on relevance. So we need to have products that are relevant for you, for our members, and they need to have repeat purchase potential. Okay? Not always, but we would like them to have repeat purchase potential, most of our products. We are working hard to ensure category balance, and by that I mean that these products that we offer, they need to have some kind of relevance. I've been into that on the previous slide. I was talking about it in the previous slide. So every customer, every shopper, every member must be able to find something that is relevant for you or for me. Last but not least, and I mentioned this before, our decisions on what categories or products that we will launch will not be based on personal taste, but on real demand. What's the product vision? Well, it's a product vision, first of all, that is long term. We don't build a company, that will go under in 1 or 2 or 3 or 6 months time, or even 1 year. We're building things for the future, and we're building a marketplace that is global. A marketplace that, and I will come into this later in the presentation, that rests on state-of-the-art technology, which is built by us, but tailored for you, which is very important. Ultimately, we will have thousands of high-quality products, and they will be spread out across multiple categories. Over time, we also will expand into services. We already have a couple of products that are digital, but more about that later. It's very important that the new marketplace, that the new shopping experience will be a place where our members will find relevance and where you will be able to make a great deal. Last but not least, it's going to be important that everyone feels and knows that when they shop, they also earn. They earn a little bit of an extra income on the side. Very, very important. So what's the long term? Well, we believe that the long term partly lies on having a solid technological foundation. Guys, what looks simple is quite complex behind the scenes, and I'm now talking about technology. It took Amazon decades to build what they have today. And it not only took decades, they have invested billions of dollars and thousands of engineers in developing a seamless shopping experience that we all take for granted these days. So, related to this, Amazon built everything themselves. I don't want to put ourselves in the same category as Amazon. That would be uh, not so humble of me, but we have built everything of ourselves, and we are very proud about that. Every single line of code at Seaforth and One Marketplace is owned by us and has been developed by us. What am I talking about? I'm talking about two websites, two back offices, two complete technology platforms that are connected and integrated with two commission engines that we have built ourselves, and we are still building the commission engine on One Marketplace. Everything has been custom built. And these systems are fully integrated with things like payment systems, vendor stores, different logistics locations. I refer to warehouses, different delivery companies, UPS, DHL, etc. This is a long-term build. This is not a quick fix. And we are building the foundations for long-term global success. What I want to say is Rome was certainly not built in a day, and we are building a company and an architecture that is meant to last. Now, what is Project One? Let's go straight into it. It's our own and it's our vendor partners, products and services in one place. And you will see the word one appearing a lot in this particular slide. We are creating one unified marketplace with shoppers, and our customers will, one, buy products from multiple vendors using one shopping cart. Two, a place where our customers will enjoy one simple checkout. A place where you will have one seamless delivery, even if the products are packed in different warehouses and shipped via different delivery companies. You shouldn't notice any difference. On the back end, behind the scenes, there is a big difference. That's a big project, but you shouldn't be able to see a difference. In short, for our vendors, it's going to be much faster. It's going to be smarter. And for you guys, it's going to be a connected and integrated shopping experience, which is ready for global expansion. More products, one global, unified, and seamless shopping experience. Next slide. Let's talk about timelines. We are in phase one, that is Q4. That's a period when we are introducing new vendors to our network and to our members, with the ultimate goal to create awareness, anticipation. I'll come back to that in the next slide. Phase two is now until Q1 2026, a couple of months away, not too far. We're already in November, so you will not have to wait too long for this. That's a phase when we build and test our new shopping cart, order splitting. This is technical, order splitting, multiple warehouses, vendor API integration systems to get ready for the technical readiness for the launch. When is the launch? That's going to be sometime late in Q1 2026. I know you're going to think, I don't want to wait that long. Guys, this is not too long before this is done. Time flies like this. And during this time, we will also introduce one or two new products. So you don't have to wait for all the products. We will be introducing new products, possibly already during this quarter. Everything goes live in phase three, offering a seamless end user experience. The message I want to say here is that we're not building just another shopping site. No, we're building a platform for scalable growth. Ultimately, where hundreds, maybe thousands of vendors will operate in one place, in one global unified shopping system or shopping environment, connected to two powerful commission engines. I'm talking about the commission engine of Seaforth and the commission engine of One Marketplace, which is being released during the month of November. We have already released two commissions in One Marketplace. We're continuously developing and releasing more. Next slide. What marketing actions are we taking before we go live in 2026? There are basically 5 areas, or 6 actually, that we will do. We will invite new vendors and new products on the Wednesday call, where we will show product videos of the new products that are in the pipe. And we will also do an interview with the management and the CEOs of these companies. Secondly, we will create a news article and that will be published on Seaforth and One Marketplace. We will do social media posts where we will upload videos and product information, etc. And we will do did you know themes about the new products that are about to launch. We will do at least one email send out, and we will include product banners in the weekly emails where we promote these new products. 5, we will involve leaders at an early stage, introduce the new products to our most important leaders so that they can prepare and promote especially attractive products that they like to build awareness and pre-launch anticipation. Last but not least, we will also launch a dedicated and a special page on seaforth.com and onemarketplace.store where we showcase all new vendors that have joined us with a logo, with some information about the company and the products that will be launched, and with a URL, a link to their website. The question you are all asking yourself, yes, that's all good. Where are we now? Well, I have some good news. But let me just, before I come into the good news, say that the vendor form has been launched on the website with an overwhelming response. I am dealing with countless companies and products that want to sell their products and services on Seaforth and One Marketplace. Each vendor is unique. Some are quick, some get it, some don't need more information. Others take a lot of time to present to and to negotiate with. However, 3 vendors have been signed. You already know about that company that has already been announced. They will go live when we go live with Project One. 2 more have been signed and they will be presented on the next Wednesday call on the 5th of November. This week, I believe that we will be signing between 1 to potentially 3 new product partners or vendors. They will in turn be presented on the 12th of November. What is our goal? Well, my personal goal is that I should at least sign 1 vendor agreement per week to introduce that to you guys. What does that mean? Well, that means that before Christmas, we will have signed with 15 new vendors before New Year's Eve. And guys, 1 vendor doesn't mean 1 product. 1 vendor could be 1, 2, 3, 30, 50 products. Okay. So we're talking about a new product that are in the pipe. That being said, you've seen this before maybe. Do you know a company that is a good fit for Seaforth and One Marketplace? Why don't you start by filling in the vendor form? There are no listing fees, there are no hidden costs, easy onboarding and ongoing support. Products showcased to a global motivated audience. These are all USPs or sales points that you can tell companies that you talk to. We offer a great commission to people that introduce us to a new vendor or to a new product partner. The vendor form can be easily found. We've made it even easier. You can see it on top of the start page when you go into seaforth.com or onemarketplace.store. So start filling it out, guys. Keep them coming. I will answer. Sometimes it takes me a while to answer because we are overwhelmed by the feedback from the field, by all of these companies that want to join us. So it's all very exciting, but I do come back to people quickly. Now, once they have signed, what do we do when it comes to integration? That will be Project One. So Project One will enable us to easily and quickly integrate with our new vendor partners, okay? Not going to go into detail there. This is something that I present to to vendors that sign agreements with us. Okay, but it's a very simple process, although this is a flow chart that looks a bit difficult. That's all I have, guys, but I will summarize tonight's call. This was project one. What does it mean? I have talked about the strategy a little bit, about our product strategy. I will go into more detail about that in the coming weeks and months. But project one, guys, means many more products, all the products in one place and not in scattered websites, one shopping basket, one global shopping experience, and the launch will be in Q1 of 2026. My name is Frederick. I am thrilled to be working in this particular business area because it really excites me and I'm super motivated and I'm seeing a really bright future. Guys, keep these products coming. What we will present next week are two amazing companies that we signed a couple of days ago with. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you. Bye.
Well, now you get an idea of what we're doing when it comes to products. And this is just the beginning. I mean, we're just scratching the surface of where we're going to go when it comes to having products here at One Marketplace. Because our dream, is like we said, is next year to have 10,000 products or more. And then, eventually we'll have 100,000 products. Because one thing we found out, there's not a manufacturer or supplier out there that wouldn't want to be on our shopping portal. And so that really bodes well for everybody that's here right now because the key to this, even though we know right now the opportunity lies in what? Positioning, getting your pod started because you got this short little window that's closing. But we all know that the long term has to be the products because without the products, none of this works. So now you can see that these products are there, they're coming, they're going to be more and more, and it's just going to get more and more exciting. So you got to take advantage of this short little window. And that's my closing thoughts for tonight. There is a very little window left where you can actually come into One Marketplace and actually sit in a position on the 11th ring and actually have a lot of your pods starting on the 11th ring. Because remember, the first 10 rings are gone. They're filled. As a matter of fact, we had a few people that quit, here in the last couple months because they don't know what's going on really, right? And all of a sudden, now those same people have somebody's kind of got back on and said, what are you doing? They go, oh man, I shouldn't have quit. I need to get back into this. The trouble is, those spots are gone. Because remember, as this thing fills, ladies and gentlemen, it fills from the inside out and it's always compressed. It's always full. And right now, we're on the 11th ring. And when that's gone, it's gone. There are no more positions of pods being started on that 11th ring once it fills. Why is that important to you? Because if you understand at all what this is about, the earlier that you can have pods sitting on a ring, the faster and the more money you're going to make. It's just that simple. Because think about what's going to happen with the growth over the next couple of years. And wouldn't you want to have all your pods starting from the 11th ring versus maybe the 14th or 15th or 16th ring? Of course you would. Because you're so far ahead of what everybody else is going to be doing. And that's the benefit of being here now. But it's just this little window. So if you don't, get your pods in position between now and the launch, you're just missing out. You're missing out not just on, saying, well, I was here early. No, you're missing out on a lot of income. I mean, big income for yourself in the next couple of years. So again, don't let that happen. I'm doing a new presentation. I'm closing now. That's the new 6-minute version or 7-minute version of our business opportunity. Because you got the little 30-second, you got the little 2-minute teaser video. So now we're redoing based on what's happening right now. It's still a pre-launch video, but we're redoing it. That'll be available next week as well. We'll be talking about that. And obviously, we're going to be talking about these product bundles that are coming out next week. But that video is going to be really important too, because it's going to help you really tell your story the way it stands right now today. So with that, I'm going to say good night. We will see you next week. Don't miss next week's call because, again, we'll be sharing these bundles with you. We'll be going through the 3 magic ways to enter and how simple it is. So it's going to be another fun-filled corporate Zoom next week. Look forward to seeing you all. Good night, everybody.